Mr. Miklik here, bringing you the fourth part of our 7-part series on resume building and development. Today we're going to talk about the experience section. The experience section is where employers spend the most of the time when evaluating job candidates. I recommend you starting by listing your most recent employer, your most recent job title, and the experience you've had that most closely relates to the job you're applying for. Then add other jobs that have given you experience related to the job you want. If you had numerous jobs, you don't have to list them all. Just list the ones where you spent the most time and the ones that match closely with the position you want. Some of you may not have a lot of work experience to put on your resume. That's okay. This is where you can now start putting in volunteer opportunities with different organizations or certifications or awards you may have earned through babysitting or Boy Scouts or other various things that could lead to the experience you need to get the job you want. If you've been working for decades and had multiple jobs, you do not need to list all jobs. List only the jobs that are most relevant for the job that you are currently applying for. One thing you want to make sure you list is the city of the place of employment that you worked for. Employers like to see, are you mobile or agile, or do you prefer to stay in one place or location? There's no right or wrong to this answer, but it just helps paint the picture of your mobility within a company and where you are willing to go. In your experience section, when listing your job title, you're going to want to list your most recent job title, even if you've moved up or advanced within a certain department or area. So if you start off as a marketing specialist and now are the marketing director, list down that you are the marketing director. Future employers will understand the vertical movement within a company. If you've moved across categorical departments within a company, you'll want to list all of those. So if you started in the HR department, list your job title there, and then moved into the marketing department, list your job title there, and then now you're potentially the CEO of the company, you're going to want to list it. It'll show future employers your ability and your range to work within their company. The next aspect that you need to list is your year's work. The employer is going to want to see how long you've stayed within one company. One of the things they start to look at is it's going to give them a range and a judge to understand how long you may stay with them. If you are someone that is looking for a new job every year, it may bring caution to an employer that needs to onboard and train you for a long-term type position. So make sure you put your years of experience. List the ones that you've stayed at an employer for the longest, because that'll show the employer your willingness and eagerness to stay with them to continue to grow with that company. Under each job you include on your resume, you should list 3 or 4 bullet points that highlight the experience you gained in that job. The most effective bullet points have 3 elements: skills leveraged, actions taken, and results achieved. Here's how you should format those elements on your resume. To recap, when listing out your experience section on your resume, there's some key do's and don'ts that you must follow. Let's look at the do's first. Do list your jobs in order from most recent to least recent. Do include the jobs you've had that are most closely related to the job you are applying for. Do in your bullet points include skills and duties from the job description. Do include strong, active actions, not weak or passive actions on what you've done at your job. Do end your bullet points with the results you achieved. Try to quantify those results. Employers love to see that you've accomplished measurable results. Now, let's look at the don'ts. Do not include too many jobs. Employers do not need to see every job you've ever had. Just include the ones you've had that are most relevant for the job you want. Don't include tasks that are unrelated to the job you want or tasks in which you didn't achieve relevant results. Don't ever lie or exaggerate on your resume. You should only include the experience you actually have and results you personally delivered. In summary, when listing out your experiences in the experience section of your resume, make sure you are listing the most relevant experience to the job you are applying for. Please join us next time as we continue on our 7-part resume and development series.